If TikTok gets sold, it might have an interested buyer. Now that President Biden has signed the TikTok ban bill into law, the business and political worlds are looking to see what parent company ByteDance does next. But Kevin O'Leary, aka Mr. Wonderful, says he would buy the company, and he joins us now. All right, why do you want to buy this company?
7.2 million small businesses in America generating $11 billion of revenue.
Yeah.
That's why.
I mean, look, let's think about what the price tag on this would be. I mean, you are a famed investor. Everybody knows and could easily Google your net worth. But this is a high price tag. How do you go about financing something like this?
No one individual has enough to pull this deal off if you're getting a lot of the attributes that you want. If all you're getting is a mailing list and a tainted brand, called TikTok, that's not worth much. But I think what really matters is to understand who controls the deal. There's only one individual that matters right now. It's the supreme leader of China. Everybody else is irrelevant. Now, you have to ask yourself, what are his motivations? He could shut it down. He could say, look, we're just not going to sell it. Here's why he won't do that. There are many investors in ByteDance that are international and U.S. domestic investors. That whole value proposition goes to zero. So his cost of capital for financing China growth in the future is going to be much higher if he starts wiping out businesses that foreign investors invested in. So he's not going to do that. Then he has to decide, what do I want to sell? He doesn't want to sell the algorithm. That's widely known, so you're going to have to rewrite it. But we have precedent for this. When Skype was sold to Microsoft, they rewrote it in a matter of 6 months. We're going to have to do the same thing. But here's the real challenge. How do you keep those 7 million businesses that generating all of that revenue on board during the choppy period of rewriting this algo? That's my secret sauce. Those are my people. Those are 2 generations of Shark Tank. That's what it is. They're all in their 20s and 30s. They're the Sharkies. That's what I call them. Here's my deal. I'm going to do the largest equity crowdfunding round in U.S. history, inviting all of them to come in right beside me as an equity shareholder. Right beside me. We'll start with the Jobs Act, but that's only good enough for $75 million. We need to file an S1, which I'll do. So if you want to be beside me at $500, $1,000, $250,000, you come in right beside me, and you are part of my team.
Are you talking about a SPAC here? Are you talking about...
No SPAC.
Okay, all right.
SPAC is a tainted word. This is straight private equity. You're coming in pre-IPO, but you're coming in at the terms I'm coming in at. Then I have to go, all roads on this deal lead to Abu Dhabi, and I'll tell you why. Many people don't know this, but over 300 TikTok employees are working in the UAE. The UAE is one of the most advanced countries on earth in AI. That's why Microsoft, if you think about it, basically put $1.5 billion in there last week. They invested $1.5 billion in G42. They did it because they know they're so advanced. I want to be partnered with the leadership of the UAE on this deal. We'll have US dollars too, but I need that nexus of AI to make this work.
Have you spoken to them? What has the feedback been like? And then also, you also need to get Washington on board too. So what have those conversations been
I've talked to everybody. First, I've been going back and forth on a shuttle basis to the UAE to Abu Dhabi, number one. I've spoken to Trump already. I've talked to Biden's right-hand people on this. I don't know who's going to win the White House. I need them signing the deal. This is the first deal in U.S. history that needs the pen of the president to approve it. I've also talked to Rubio. I've talked.
Are they on board?
Nobody's on board yet. We don't know what we're buying. I'm just saying I want to be at the head of this in terms of getting this thing organized. I'll talk to anybody I have to. I'm even proposing DOD oversight, background checks on everybody writing the algorithm, giving them full transparency and telling the American people that the supreme leader will not be spying on your children. And that's the right messaging because you want more advertisers. The best opportunity to build this platform is to get everybody on board that your solution is going to be totally transparent and compliant.
How much of a bidding war are you expecting? Because there were other companies years ago that threw their hat in the ring for purchasing TikTok.
Minutia more recently.
Right. Yeah, of course. Lots of people, everybody can right now say, oh, I'm throwing my hat in the ring. But the capital required to make this happen is going to bet on the best solution. So I've got the Sharkies. I love my strategy for keeping them on board. And I think I've got the right metric in terms of how to rewrite this algorithm and putting a lot of it in a cooperative deal with the UAE and the US. That's how to make this work. And I think if you're sovereign wealth and you hear my plan versus the other alternatives, I think I'm going to win.
Kevin, what do you think the timing looks like on this?
Well, you've heard the CEO, this is a different topic here, basically say, look, TikTok's not going anywhere. I'm going to use the American court system to stymie the will of the American people in Congress and the pen of the president. How about this answer? No, you're not. Because we don't get the same right in China. I want reciprocal rights in China. I can't do this in China. I can't even set up TikTok there. I can't have spyware in China. And now that CEO is telling the American people and the president and Congress, I'm going to use your court system to stop this will, this desire, this law. How about no? You're not going to do that. That presses this deal forward. And the only person that matters, we go back to how we started this conversation, the Supreme Leader. What does he want to do? That's all I care about. Everybody else is irrelevant. If he decides he's going to wipe out the value here, his cost of capital on every investor worldwide goes up. That would be a mistake. That's why it's a game of chicken, but it's going to start happening fast. We've got 270 days, and the clock is ticking. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
It certainly is. And we appreciate you coming and making the time to join us here at Yahoo Finance. We hope to continue the conversation here as the clock does continue to tick down. All right, Kevin O'Leary, thanks so much. Great seeing you.
Thank you very much.